Shalom, Akim. I'm gonna give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who teach real well. And salutation to all the Akim and all four corners of earth who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom, Akim. Just wanted to get into this real fast. It's gonna be a quick article. I seen it made me realize that, that the Edomites around the world are damn near losing it, man. This is a losing battle for them right now. It's like once this wicked queendom, Babylon, is diminished. Esau's power is going to be going on with it, man. And it's showing his face more and more. Right here, says a German man who has never driven a HGV, very surprised to receive letter inviting him to help UK government with haulage. So America has a shipping crisis going on, where you have all these tankers. They're ready to unload their goods here in America. And, due to this pandemic, there aren't enough workers on the docks and stuff, and they're trying to make it seem like, well, we don't know what's going on. Well, look what's happening over to his mother, man, over there. This guy, here's me read some more. It says, it is understood Germans who had driving license issued before 1990 will have automatically received a letter, even if they have never been behind the wheel of a HGV. So they went over to London to try to live out some good lives and stuff, try to live the best of their life. And guess what happened? In his later days, the mother went on ahead and put them to work, man. It's a German man who has never been behind the wheel of a HGV before was very surprised to receive a letter from the government asking to consider returning to the sector to help out in the fuel crisis. Christopher is among thousands of Germans living in the UK who have received such letters from the government asking them to drive HGVs to help ease the fuel crisis, man. So these different crises and different things and pestilence and things are happening, man. This is the Lord's doing, man, in these later days. Because my man just thought he could leave Germany and go on over to the UK and like I say, live that good life, man. What he's been seeing on TV, That was the mother. And it's the daughter. America's the daughter of the mother harlot, England. It says, let me bring this out. This is Luke 21 and start 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven, man. So he says device and famines and pestilence, man. So everybody in the world is right now, especially in these wicked control of Esau and in their wicked queendom, is feeling his wrath, feeling the Lord's wrath somehow, or the Lord is hitting them with pestilence and famines, and whether it be with this pandemic, where you don't have enough workers, that's gonna make the grocery stores not be able to have enough product on those shelves, so people are going to be upset, man. So these are everything's a trickle down effect. That's the way it works, man. It's a trickle down effect. One hand wash the other hand. He says, it is understood Germans who had driver license issued before 1999, which allowed them to drive medium-sized lorries for up to 7.5 tonnes, will have automatically received a letter, even if they have never been behind the wheel of the HGV. Christopher, who works as the head of a software development in Scotland, told Sky News he had no plans to drive heavy goods vehicles, adding, I would hope for everyone else I wouldn't need to do this. Once again, this is a software development guy. So now he has to get ready to drive these trucks down in London, man. So they're a little comfortable life. There's he had that good IT job life, that software tech job, a head of software. Now he's just a truck driver. Well, they ain't got enough truck drivers, man. So, some of these places are forcing their hand. If the government is forcing their hand upon the people, man, and brings out this Isaiah 24:8, the mirth of Tabor cease, the noise of them that rejoice in the joy of the harp cease, man. Cease. So all this happiness and all these, used to go to England, get a good beer, watch a good soccer game, whatever, from these Europeans coming from these other countries, and they decide to stay. Well, guess what? He got a harsh reality coming for him, man. You're going to have to drive trucks, man, if your license was given to you before 1999, you know? And so imagine that. And I just gave you the story right here of the software guy. He had to give up his good job, man, you know? So people are going to they're going to be upset, man, you know? Happiness of this place, the mirth of this place is slowly but surely going down the drain. And it's coming, and this is the mothers, you know, and the daughter is definitely going down the drain, man. He says, this is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. This wicked kingdom, you know, was built up off of wickedness and blood, man, you know. Speaking about the mother and the daughter, man, you know. He says, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to render and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war, man. And this is all this leads to, man. Whenever you have these different crises like this the only things your leaders look for towards is war, man. You know, they have to point the finger at another country or something. You know, they have to point. Somebody has to be the fall guy for this, and a lot of these leaders aren't going to take the fall for a lot of these crises that are happening. You know, even though we really know what's going on, they'll blame it on the pandemic that's out right now. They'll blame it on that, or they'll blame it on another country, man. You know. Provoking or intervening with the goods coming in. Remember that a few months back there was the tanker that got caught in the Suez Canal. Was it Suez Canal? Not was it Suez Canal. It was one of those canal little passing way things, you know. And how much, you know, how they were saying that was going to disrupt the markets and everything. What was going on in California coast, that's really going to disrupt the markets, man. And we've seen it on the shelves right now, you know. And so, you know, it looks like the same thing they're planning over in London, man. Because now they're trying to get different people to drive these trucks to have these goods on them because nobody's around to drive the trucks, man. So, you know, it was a time for everything upon these different, whether it was the daughter harlot or the mother harlot. You know, the mirth is gone and ceasing. And, you know, I just wanted to bring that out. I seen this little article and it was like, oh, man, how ironic, man. We got the crisis over here on off the coast of California, and they got their own crisis with the trucks and stuff. Nobody wants to deliver the goods. Well, they had people delivering the goods because of the pandemic. You know, it's hard, man. You know, people don't want to, you know, they ain't going for that Pokemon. But I just seen this and want to bring it out. With that being said, this is edifying. Shalom, Akim.